Hi guys, so I welcome to my channel, and for all of my new visitors, you're welcome. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and comment. Okay, so I decided to do today's vlog outdoors. As you can see, I'm in such a beautiful I'm in the park in town, so there's a restaurant in the park. And yeah, I just decided, you know what, since it's so beautiful, I would do a vlog here today with you guys. And as I said, today I'll be talking about first, like, my experiences as a first year versus my first year now as a postgrad student. So basically for me, when I did first year, it was a very intimidating experience. It was overwhelming. Sorry for the noise, guys. It was very overwhelming. It was, I just felt very awkward. I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know anyone, and I was like, do I even belong in this space? Am I gonna pass? Because people say it's very hard. Am I gonna fit in? Like, everything was just completely foreign to me, and everything was overwhelming. But things got better. It was hard, but I'm lucky that I found people who are good friends. And by the way, guys, please don't mind me eating in videos. I love food, so if you see me munching on something, please don't be like shocked. Oh, this is what I'm eating. So I'm having fish and chips. So as I was saying, yeah, it was so overwhelming. And yeah, and it was overwhelming, and it was a lot. So I'm so sorry about the noise. Okay, so the noise is, sorry about the noise. And it was a lot, but I'd say that second semester things got better, and I had a lot of fun. Like, I had a balanced life, balanced social life. Academics, I still don't know where I was going, but I passed, and yeah, it was cool. Second year, I think for me, second year was probably it was a very tough year, in terms of the things I experienced and people close to me experienced. But I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I think maybe because I wasn't new anymore, and I was familiar with the space. So it was really cool. It was amazing, and it was just so perfect. Yeah, and I had the time of my life in second year. I'd probably say that's probably my best undergrad year, even though academic was very hard. But as a person, I was happy, and I was exercising, and I was doing everything. Third year, oh shame. Third year was rough. It was so hard. Like, the workload was bad, but the content was also hard, and there was this pressure. I think because I put so much pressure on myself to graduate, I just started crumbling under pressure, and it got too much to a point where my dad had to come down from Durban and come down to Cape Town to check on me and see if I'm okay. And I could feel I wasn't okay, but I had to push through, and I did. And I graduated. Graduation came, I was happy, but there's a sudden feeling of emptiness. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? What's going on? What's happening? What goes on from here? Where to from here? And yeah, I just got too much. and I just decided to take time out, a couple of months from school, reevaluate my life, and just, assess myself, because I stopped exercising, I stopped eating right, because I first started off as a pescatarian, and my second year and third year I was a vegetarian. And then when I just got stressed and depressed, I got triggered and I ate meat again, so I gained back all the weight I lost. So this year we're working on fixing that, of course. What else? Let's see. So yeah, it was overwhelming, but here I am. I'm back. I'm going to try again. So I'm going to share that with you guys. And for people who are in first year, what I would say is, I think you need to stay true to yourself as a person, but in order to get through academics, you need to adapt. You need to adapt to the environment you're in, because let's be real, university, whether you're going through things or you have certain challenges, time waits for no man. And if you're the kind of person who has pride in university will humble you. You need to ask for help, if you're struggling. So that means speaking to your tutors, speaking to your lecturers, speaking to your friends. Do that, because rather your lecturer or your tutor be aware that you're going through something and you're not okay and you need some time and extension on that assignment or whatever, and take it from there. What else would I say? Do at least one sport, one physical sport, or join the gym. In the peak of my undergrad, I was physically active. I worked out 5 to 6 times a week, and obviously I've fallen off the wagon. I'm not proud of that, but I'm gonna get back to it. So I'd say you need to be physically active, because if you're physically active, your mind is active, and you need to give your body a break, because sitting down and staring at books all day every day is probably like the worst thing you can do to yourself. And the next thing I would say is, let's see, try to explore the surrounding spaces outside of university. You don't want university walls to be the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing you see before you go home. That's not healthy. Which leads me to the next point. You need to set up a schedule. I'm gonna be honest, I'm still struggling with that, and I'm close to being, I'm in my 20s, early 20s, and I'm still struggling with that, but I'm working on it. Hence I'm sharing with you guys and my updates with you, update you and let you know how that goes. So I'm willing to put on the work and hopefully see results. And what else? When it comes to relationships and people, it's quality over quantity. If you're the kind of person who was like popular in high school, or a person who thrived on having a lot of friends, you need to check that out of the window. You need to know that most people are not your friend. In university, people want something from you or use you to get something somewhere else. So you need to constantly evaluate your relationships and make sure that people in your life are in your life for the right reason, and you also in other people's lives for the right reasons. Because if you're just friends with people because of social status or how they look, or it gets you access into certain spaces, then it's a waste of your time. And let's see, make the most of your time. Academics is important, but it's not the only thing that your life should revolve around. And you need to have fun, and you need to rest and look after yourself. If you're not okay, you need to take a time out. You owe it to yourself to take a time out, because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. And when you fall apart, you'll fall apart by yourself. No one's gonna fall apart with you. So you see that essentially it's very important to have a well-balanced life and try to have fun. So if that means going out for dancing, going out for karaoke, going out for hiking, I don't like hiking. Like, I'm not gonna even lie to you, I don't know. That's not my thing. But if it means going to different restaurants, me, I love food, so I'm gonna try this year to actively go out to different places, try more foods, different cuisines or whatever. What else? What am I missing? Oh, and also if you a spiritual person, so you believe in a god or a higher being, make sure you constantly like pray or communicate, whether if it's by burning incense, burning herbs, to ward off energy. You need to protect your energy, because in university you come across different people and different people have different vibes, and not everyone has a good vibe. So sometimes you need to protect yourself by just praying and just cleansing your soul and your spirit, making sure that you're constantly balanced, because the body reacts to what your spirit feels. And I'm a spiritual person. I wouldn't say I've spiritually matured. I'm still growing and getting to that place, and it's a work in progress. But yeah, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. I think for me that's the worst thing I did to myself, is be so harsh and so critical to myself. And I don't want anyone to feel like you're not good enough. You're more than enough. The fact that you got into university says that you're more than capable of doing this thing. You're more than capable of getting the qualification that you applied for. And if it's not what you want, I would say I wouldn't recommend you do it for the sake of doing it. Rather be passionate about it, but also have a passion or hobby to keep you busy outside of school. I understand education is important, don't get me wrong. The knowledge is very useful, but it's also good to do something outside of the academic space, something that you relate to, something you're passionate about, so that you can be more of a well-rounded, well-balanced being. And yeah, that's all. I think that's all I would say. And I think if you have any other questions to ask me, you can write them out in the comments below, and yeah, I'll answer them. And if there's anything that you'd like me to talk about with regards to university and being a student and so forth, yeah, you can definitely also write that down in the comments. Let me know, and I can do another video on that. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join the notification gang. And I'll see you on my next video. Okay, have a good day everyone. Bye.